The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Starting tomorrow, for the first time ever, Illinoisans will be able to add their driver's license or state ID directly to their Apple Wallet. To get started, open Apple Wallet, tap the plus button, select driver's license or state ID, and follow the quick steps. Scan your card, take a selfie, and you're done. Apple and our office don't track when or where you use it. Your privacy is protected by design. Only the information needed for a transaction is presented, and you have the opportunity to review and authorize the information being requested with Face ID or Touch ID before it is shared. If a bar or concert venue only needs to confirm you're over 21, that's all they see. Not your address, not your license number, not even your birth date. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to use your mobile ID at O'Hare, Midway, and Lambert airports, and at over 250 airports nationwide. We're also working with stadiums, restaurants, and retailers across the state to expand the number of businesses and venues accepting mobile ID in the coming months. This will soon go beyond Apple Wallet to include Google and Samsung wallets so that every Illinoisan with a smartphone can benefit from this breakthrough, regardless of their device.
All right, Shalom Yasharallah, Shalom Israel. Before we go any further within this lesson, I want to open up by giving all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chahakdash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, who the people of this world innately calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, of whom the people of this world innately calls Jesus Christ. I'm the brother Tazier from the Camp Company of Prophets, which is located out here in Tampa, Florida. And I also want to give double honors to our beloved elder bishops and to the beloved elder apostles that continue to still teach well and rule well, with much blessings and salutations going out to the hopeful elect, Akim, Wafiu, Akwaf, that are tuning in, and to the Akim laboring within His truth, scattered across the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, unto you and to your households. All right, because we're living in those evil days. All right, those evil times. All right, in which these scriptures, all right, foretold and forewarned us about. All right, so let's see if we can actually grab an article on this. All right, and this because right now what we have going on is you currently have, all right, this whole infrastructure, all right, being changed, man. The way of living, all right, as you know it, it's being changed by, all right, the powers that are set up, to rule this earth right now, man. In which I'm talking about these small hats, man, these tiny hats. Some people call them, bankers. Okay, the globalists. Shadow banned government. All right, the most popular, title for them is, known as the elites. All right. In which right now what they're bringing forth is a transitioning, all right, of the ways of living, in which they're wanting to track, ultimately, have you in servitude to this system and into them, to where you are, all right, a product of this devil, man. You will belong to this devil, man. All right, with no say so. All right, because they're pushing forth for a total Salakia. All right, because they're pushing forth for total world dominance. All right, but this is just the AI overview, and it says Illinois residents can now add their driver's license or state ID to Apple Wallet on their iPhone and Apple Watch, in which this is a form of convenience. All right, it's convenience. All right, and this convenience is a part of these devils' tactics. His weapons. All right, because through convenience. All right, let's get the word for convenience. All right, he can also come with gradualism. Convenience. Convenience. All right, convenience as the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. All right, and this is what this devil is coming with. Okay, it tells you in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, in Salakia, in verse 14. All right, so let's get it. By the means of his miracles, man. All right, by the means of his technology. Okay, in this fourth industrial revolution that's being pushed out from these world leaders. All right, they're selling convenience, they're selling comfort, they're selling ease. All right, this is why you have certain movies like Ready Player One, in which certain technology that they have in that movie. All right, they have that today. They have AI, artificial intelligence. They have simulators, to where you can literally put on a headset and and be in a whole different reality. All right, you're in a virtual reality. Okay, they have all these things in which these objects, these weapons, in which really, because these are weapons, really. All right, these are not for your benefit. None of this shit is for the benefit. The phone is not for your benefit. All right, none of it. It's all to get you closer, okay, to this man system, to his way of living, man, through his technology. All right, and his sorceries. Like Revelation chapter 13 and verse 14 says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. All right, and going into it, because that person that's able to deceive the people of the earth, the masters of the people of the earth, is talking about Esau Edom. All right, through his pseudo science, all right, his fake science, all right, his fake truth, all right, through his technology in this fourth industrial revolution he's pushing forth, all right, in how he has many kings, all right, with presidents, senates, mayors, and people that are set in the seat of authority over thousands and millions of souls on board with this fourth industrial revolution, man. All right, best way to put it is this new world order. So they have AI, okay, they have brain chips, all right, which is known as the one, also classified as being, a mark of the beast, okay, that brain chip interface, okay, in which it comes with a lot of things that you can do, all right, but it's not natural, all right, it's a miracle, all right, inside of the people. All right, but it says by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Yeah, he had power to do. The left hand, man, they have the money, they have the resources. All right, and ultimately, the knowledge that was increased to perform these things, to bring forth, artificial intelligence, to bring forth, robots. All right, self-driving cars and things of that sort. All right, we're in that time. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Yeah. And that image is this devil's NWO. All right, his infrastructure. Salakia. I'm kind of under the weather right now. What is the fourth industrial revolution? All right, fourth industrial revolution. Okay, 4IR. All right, it says the fourth industrial revolution is the current era of advanced manufacturing, automation, connectivity, and analytics that's transforming global business. All right, so the economy, man, and not just in one place, but globally. All right, the whole world. It says coined in 2016 by Klaus Schwab, in which we understand he's a fucking devil, demon. All right, a puppet for these elites. Founder of the World Economic Forum. Fourth IR is driven by data, AI. All right, and that data is the data that's being collected from the people, from you, the working class citizens, man. All right, in which they classify you as a goyim, which means you're cattle, man. And it says AI, artificial intelligence, and disruptive trends like human-machine interaction and improve robotics. All right, so the fourth industrial revolution consists of transhumanism. Okay, this is what the fourth industrial revolution is, in which they want to merge men, natural men, okay, men in which Yahweh Bashim Shai has created, with machine, all right, technology. All right, and this is why you have certain things like the Apple Wallet, okay, Apple ID. You have biometric scannings, okay. You have man, check out that show called Black Mirror. They came out with a new season, man. Basically look at this shit and this is what Esau Edom wants to bring into reality, man. He basically wants to be like the Most High, bro, through his technology. He wants to conform everybody unto himself by the way of the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, spoken in the book of Revelation. So Revelations 13 and going to verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right, and it's just not one person, man. It's a group of these devils, man. All right, but it starts with the small hats, man. Those who call themselves the JEWIsh. All right, starting with them, bro. They have the current dominion, all right, of the world right now. They own the resources. They own these major companies. They own these gateways, man. All right, and platforms. All right, lands, natural resources. All of they own it all. Okay, and this is why they think themselves to be as God, man, to be like Yahweh. It tells you how this devil sit up in the temple, all right, of the Most High, thinking himself that he is Yahweh Bashim Shai, but he's not. Okay, but it says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast, which is this new world order. It says, Salakia, it says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And it's going to get to that point because right now this thing is being gradually pushed as convenience. But gradualism, all right, what is gradualism? It's what's getting these people closer and closer, all right, ultimately to their destruction. Gradualism, a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution, because he knows that he just cannot come, strictly straight out and come down with that, and start pushing this thing, because he's going to have some fight back. He's going to have some resistance. So what he's doing right now is basically making life harder for the people of the earth, okay, and bringing a solution. It's a problem action solution. This is what he's doing. All right, this is what these devils are doing. Problem action solution. Making your life harder by crashing the economy, crashing, everything. All right, and then coming with, the reaction. The reaction would be making certain technology and things of sort, or giving out some type of assistance, to get you closer to this devil, to trust within him. But ultimately, okay, the solution, all right, would be that charagma, man, the RFID microchip, okay, which is going to show, it's going to be a badge of allegiance to this damn devil and his system, to Satan, man. And this is what these devils are doing with the people of the earth, man. And they can't see it because they're catching hell, and they're going through the everyday things of being oppressed by the devil, in which he's cranking up the heat. So, hey, but he knows what he's doing, man.
Starting tomorrow, for the first time ever, Illinoisans will be able to add their driver's license or state ID.
All right, and that's convenience. That's convenience, man. All right, because now they can add on and touch on points as if you don't have to lose your wallet. You don't have to carry your wallet because there's a risk of you losing it, in which you have very important documents within your wallet. Your ID, your credit cards, your health cards, all these things. All right, and now it's moving to a stage to where they're eliminating those things of, you possibly losing your wallet, and then someone, all right, fraud and things of that sort. So now it's going to move to the phone, because you keep your phone on you. It's just many touching points this devil is going to touch on, which he's going to make it seem like it's good. All right. The less things you have, the more, but it's not, because their belief is you will own nothing and you're going to be happy, man. And so maybe these people might think this is good. It's a good, they're doing this for a good cause, but really, man, it's not. It's to entrap you people. All right. Salakia. Let's see what this is talking about. So let's read about this. It says, Apple introduces digital ID, a new way to create and present an ID in Apple Wallet. Digital ID offers a secure and private way for users to create an ID in Apple Wallet using information from their U.S. passport and present their ID with iPhone or Apple Watch. It says digital ID gives more people a way to create and present an ID in Apple Wallet, even if they do not have a real ID. Compliant driver's license or state ID. Digital ID is not a replacement for a physical passport and cannot be used for international travel and border crossing in lieu of a United States passport. But once again, it's all convenience, man. It's all something. It's more sinister than these people think. All right, Scripture told us to be not ignorant, and this is a huge step. Okay, and for these technocrats, man. A huge step for science. All right, like they like to say, with what this is really pseudoscience. All right. So the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 15. And it reads, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Yeah, man. So Don't let this go over your head as if this is just, you know, random. Oh, Apple has a new update. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Apple just put AI built into their new models of phones. Oh, that's pretty neat. You can help me do this. No. All right, this is all forwarding their agenda, bro. All right, it's all forwarding, another step closer, ultimately to this prophecy, man. All right, the mass implementation of the mark of the beast. Because what happens when a hacker hacks your phone, or a hacker hacks your ID, all right, your Apple account? What's next, man? They're gonna move on to that charagma, man, that implantable chip. All right, which is going to keep your information in there, bro. It's going to have your whereabouts. Okay, you're going to be tracked. It's going to you will be known. You're going to be known everywhere you go. All right, you're going to have your social security on that. You're going to have your health card. You're going to have your important documents, your work history, your resume, your resume. You're going to have all that shit on there on one thing. Okay, and they're going to sell convenience. Okay, to ultimately get these people, man, chipped up, tagged, and bagged, ultimately to their destruction. So Revelation 13 and verse 16, it says, "He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And that mark there is talking about a physical mark. Okay, the charagma. All right, a cutting and incision within the flesh. All right, in which, in the process of receiving that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, all right, you have to cut within your flesh to insert that thing within you, either your right hand or your forehead, in which many people, they have this already. So this is not far-fetched, man. This is biblical prophecy. All right, and this is soon to be mandated all around the world. This is why it says, "And he causeth all." Who is that he? These elites, man. The devil, man. Esau Edom. He's going to cause it to where everybody's going to have to get it. Both small and great. So no matter if you fucking Jason Derulo or Tom Cruise, or you fucking Morgan Freeman, or you just an everyday average Joe, man. All right. This devil's going to come down with that wrath to make sure you get this. All right. Or try to make you get it. And it says free in bond. Okay. It says like you're rich and poor, free in bond. Yeah, man. Either you be middle class, which they're doing away with that right now. All right. To separate the people. So either you be, the working class, which is ultimately considered the poor. Or you're a part of the rich class, which would be, these billionaires and, these millionaires, man. Okay. Free in bond to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah. Free in bond. Yeah, everyday average American law-abiding citizen to a motherfucker that keep getting locked up. He can't stay out of jail. He love the chain gang. He keep getting locked up, or, bro, you name it, man. Everybody, bro. These devils coming down with that wrath, man. Okay, upon children, elderly, men, women. He's not going to discriminate when it comes to, sending out, this device of doom. All right, which is that RFID microchip, man. That's that mark of the beast that the Bible speaks of, man. And without this, it tells you in verse 17 that you cannot abide, you cannot thrive and live within this man's society, because he's currently switching it all up. All right, and in order to be in this man's society and to live and to move around, or so-called, live, because this ain't fucking living, man. All right, you gotta take that charagma, man. That's the key to open up the doors of this man's dystopian ass society. Verse 17 tells us, though, Revelations 13-17, that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, which that mark again is talking about the RFID microchip, bro. That's the mark of the beast. It ain't sleeping with white women. It's not sin. It's not embargo. It ain't none of that, bro. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay. And verse 18 says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. Okay. You have to have you have to have understanding to know this, man. Okay. Because you still have people to this day that don't know what the mark of the beast is, man. Okay. They cannot identify, nor, some people haven't even heard of it, man. Yeah, in the year of 2025, going into the year 2026, a time of heavy prophecy, and yet people don't even know what it is. They've never even heard of a mark of the beast, or even a RFID microchip. Okay, so through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashima Shai, it was revealed to us to know these things. All right, so the Wadiyah Bashima Shai, but this is wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 all right, which is 666, man. All right, and these devils are definitely moving, bro. Everything that's coming out from technological advancements is all to aid this man's society, his new world order, to where you won't be able to do anything without this devil, this fucking mere mortal, peon, Edomite, all right, dictating and controlling your life. All right, and he wants to do this to the whole world. He wants to chip the whole world, man. Yeah, the devil want to play. He want to play God. He want to try to be like the Most High. All right, which this is biblical prophecy, man. Because guess what? This is going to bring the downfall of these devils, man. When Yahweh Shai, okay, bust them clouds, bro. But hey, we see it, bro. It's definitely talking, man. All right, it's definitely moving. All right. So this is just an update of what's going on, man. All right, how the Lord is making true, all right, his words to come to pass, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodesh. And just want to say, Akim, Akwaf, stay up, man, and definitely keep watching, because this thing is happening very, very quickly. All right, and it's something new every day. Do not get distracted by the shit these government's saying, and your job and your work, your life, and man, don't let none of that shit take your crown, man. Definitely stay on your watch, man. All right, and I'm telling that to myself first and foremost before I say it to you, the believers, man. But hey, man, we in there, bro. We got this, man. So, till next time I say shalom.